The bicycle is an essential means of transportation in today's cities, and Berlin is no exception. Bikes are often seen as a way of bypassing traffic jams. E-bikes with electric motors have been growing in popularity for years. More than 3 million e-bikes are already on the road in Germany. Almost every bicycle type also has a motorized version. But this e-bike is different. It was designed by Matthias Broda. He wanted to build an electrically powered bike that's both efficient and sustainable. He used locally sourced ash wood and hid all the technical components. The result is an ultra-modern bike with a retro look.
The big difference is that the motor and battery together weigh a total of 3.5 kilos, and we have the motor and battery all in one. That means there are no cables on this bike.
But why did he opt for wood as the main material?
The aim was to manufacture e-bikes that are neutral in CO2, and for that the use of wood is pretty obvious. Trees absorb carbon dioxide while they're growing. That already gave us a plus before we'd even started. We did have to add some metal parts, but at least we have a relatively neutral CO2 balance overall.
Broda has won a number of awards for his invention, including the Green Product Award. His is the first wooden e-bike ready for serial production. But if you want one, you'll have to dig deep. They sell for 4,500 euros apiece. The trend toward retro bikes remains strong. These classic bicycle models have sleek tubular steel frames and simple technology. Retro bike fans don't see their two-wheelers as just a way to get around or get exercise, but as a status symbol, complete with custom accessories.
This is a very beautiful bicycle from the Netherlands. It's specifically designed for young people. You can tell, for example, by the various colors, like the red brake and shift cables. The red is reflected in the black paint. And we have nicely coordinated leather grips on the handlebars. They're from England, and so is the saddle. It's also made of a very strong leather. It's a really harmonious overall concept.
Also gaining in prestige, especially in the major cities, are vintage bikes. Unlike retro bikes, which revive past styles, these genuinely are old. What's important for Sven Oliver Wendehak is the design and the stories his bikes have to tell, as well as the riding experience.
A bike of this quality, new, would be in an entirely different price bracket. These have already been produced, so nothing has to be made from scratch. These bikes still ride quite well, and it'd be a shame to just leave them standing around.
Renting bikes has also become more trendy. One Berlin startup called List and Ride has developed a platform that allows people to rent out their bikes when they're not using them. They call their idea Airbnb for cyclists.
What you see nowadays is that the sharing economy is booming. Technology, whether it's a desktop or a mobile, people just search and look and are willing to book online, and that's basically the business component of things. And that's why we said, hey, why don't we go after our passion and yeah, make it happen for people that want to have great bikes any place, anywhere.
The customer selects their desired bike using the List and Ride app or website, and then collects it from the owner. The company charges a fee for the service. For some, it's also a great opportunity to try out a bike they're interested in but wouldn't necessarily buy themselves. But one thing's for sure, in Germany, as elsewhere in Europe, bicycles are definitely a trendy way to travel.